Welcome to Boardroom to Booth, where I'm meeting people building great things in the music industry. And today I've got one of the DJs coming over to the Garden Club in Mallorca. And your DJ name is?
MTRG. Hi, everyone. Glad to be here.
Hi. What does MTRG stand for?
MTRG is just an acronym for my full name. So Matteo Rigoni, MTRG. Yeah, very
Excellent.
creative as you can.
No, I mean, I think there's always something around a DJ name, just being able to use something that's short and memorable as well, right? So that's good.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know you have an accent for Italy. So
yeah, I am. I was
I
born
just
and
wondered
raised.
how.
Yeah, born and raised in
Okay,
Italy,
cool.
but then, yeah.
Where are you now?
Now I'm in London.
Where are you based now? Okay, great. That's cool. So what got you into?
Well, I started when I was in university. So I went to university in the US and I started DJing at fraternity parties in the university. So that was quite a long time ago. Then I stopped completely because, life gets in the way. I moved back to Europe, did my master's, and then moved to London for work. And when I was here in London, I kind of fell back in love with the whole scene, and the house music, scene in London is so big, and there's so much there that I was like, you know what, this is a perfect place to get it back. And so I started DJing again here.
Cool. Whereabouts in the US were you?
I was in Indiana, so not the most glamorous place in the US. I actually was there for in total 5 years. So I did 1 year in Oregon and then 4 years in Indiana. Yeah.
Brilliant. What type of music were you playing there?
There was a bit of everything. I mean, they weren't really big into the house stuff so much. It was a lot of hip hop because, this was 2014 through 2018. And that was what was really big among the kids.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
yeah,
I understand, and that's why I asked, because I know they're not as big. I mean, house is big there now, but some time back it wasn't. So you would have had to learn different DJing skills then.
Yeah, I mean, it was very homemade, let's say. So, the crowd wasn't so, how do you say, needy in terms of the DJ skills, right? They just were there to have a good time.
Yeah.
So I kind of learned on my own the very basics, and then just basically the main thing was track selection. So playing the stuff that people were gonna go crazy over. And that's why when I came back here to London, when I came here to London, I decided that I wanted to try to build this back up. So I started the project from scratch, and that's when I started to go a bit more in depth into the skills, with the London Sound Academy, and I wanted to make sure that I had proper technique. Yeah.
Excellent. When you say you started a project, was it like the project for you moving into house, or was it sort of
no, just a MTRG project, right? So I didn't really have a name before. I was like, okay, this is gonna be kind of my project, my brand, the name with the DJ name and the type of music that I'm playing, so it stays a bit more consistent. Yeah,
I understand. And so now you obviously had a big period playing open format and hip hop, and then now of house. I mean, what would you say? Do you think one influences the other, or what would you learn from those two?
I think so. When I was playing more of the bit of hip hop, I always tried to put in some house in there, because that's kind of the music that I've grown up listening to among the other genres. So I actually really wanted to play house, but people didn't like it as much. So I had to just play whatever the people wanted. And for me, the thing that I enjoyed was seeing people have fun and dance, and that's what was most important. But I think the thing that I carry over probably the most is the track selection. So, because I guess that's when I learned, because I didn't really have the proper technique. can't say I was like a very good DJ from a technical like or skill perspective, but the track selection was my, I guess, point, right? So it was what I had. So I think that like carried over. And even now that I'm playing stuff that it's more within, what I like, my genre. So house, tech house, things like that.
I was about to ask what's the sort of music that you love? What kind of music do you love?
Yeah, I have quite a big range, so that's always like the problem, right? Because if you love music and just like the house
Yeah.
world is so large, so I'll go
Yeah.
from melodic house, Afro house. Right now I'm playing a lot of more underground house and like tech house, some minimal deep as well, because it's very popular this summer. But on my own time, I'll go to techno parties. I've been to hard techno parties as well. So like the whole range. I have to say, I really fell in love with genre even more during the early like melodic techno era. So Tale of Us, early Adriatic, so 2013, 14, like those times there, and then I don't know. I just remember I was probably 15 and I had a Pasha compilation CD.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
So yeah. So a bit of everything.
Well, you're getting closer. Yeah. I mean, like coming over to Mallorca, you're getting just that bit closer to Pasha Ibiza. You're not too far away. That's good. Who do you say has helped you on your DJ journey?
Like here in London for sure, London Sound Academy, huge impact. First of all, because I didn't know anyone. So on top of, the purely technical aspect, it allowed me to meet a lot of people that had the same interest and, gave me also the opportunity to play in the first, clubs that I played here in London. So that was huge for sure. I'm like, without them, I wouldn't have, been able to take the steps that I've taken so far. So that for sure helped a lot. But then in general, the community I find is quite, there's so many, let's say, people like me, that are just trying to make a little bit of progress every time and play in different places. And I found that, you either find those that don't really acknowledge you, or you find people that are just like super passionate to build something with you as well and help each other. And that's also very big thing, I think. Like to try to help each other. Everyone's got the same goal, and if you can help each other, that is, why not?
Yeah. To be fair, that's why I asked the question, because I think the number one thing is you can't do any of this without other people, even as simple as having a DJ and an audience, right? I mean, that's one relationship, but everything behind the decks and the people you meet. So I would agree with you on the LSA side. You go there initially for skills, but you walk out with a really great network. My lights have gone off. 1 second. Hey. So we can walk around until I find that. My goodness, what's happened here? Okay, we're going to have to go with this for a second.
That's okay.
Sensors and they're not working. Okay, all right, we'll do this anyway. You've still got the spotlight.
Yeah,
that's cool. So what can people expect from your Mallorca set at the Garden Club?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna play probably a lot of like house, like underground house, tech house influences, maybe some indie dance as well. That's something I really like to play right now. So I try to keep things like progressing. So, maybe start a bit more relaxed and a bit groovy and then build up. You don't need to have like the fast BPM from the get-go. You can start at 124, 125, and then just build up to, the classic 28, 30s. But the idea is to have like the build up, right? So to take people on a journey that starts groovy and then gets more and more, I guess, hyped,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm having to take you on a journey to some light. Sorry.
It's okay.
I would agree with you. It's fine. It's the thing about coming in this time of day. So yeah, the journey thing I think is quite important. And I think what I've learned from the club is, you don't have to go too hard, but you have to read the crowd. But I'm pretty sure with your background, with the States and everything, that's not going to be a problem for you at all.
Yeah.
In terms of reading the crowd.
Yeah. Funny story. I played Ministry 2 days ago.
Yeah.
After.
Well done.
Thank you. And I was playing after the headliner, but the slots got changed a little bit. So initially I was supposed to do a warm up and then kind of changed somewhat last minute. So I didn't have anything, let's say, prepared, per se, like a playlist for that time, because that's kind of like peak time. So I just kind of had to improvise. And I feel like those are always the most fun gigs at the end, because you're like really thinking through, what should I play next? And then you have to look at the crowd, because you don't want to make the wrong choice and let the dance floor die. So yeah, but it's always kind of a bit nerve-wracking, because you don't know what's going to happen, but at the same time, then it gives you the most satisfaction. So
well done. How did that make you feel when the slot times changed?
A bit nervous, obviously, but I think, I think the most nerve-wracking, not nerve-wracking, but I think the hardest bit was, you play after the main guy, so like the headliner, and I guess, like, you have to strike like a very difficult balance where you keep the crowd going, but you don't overdo it, because you shouldn't overshadow, what just happened. So you can't go harder than them, obviously. It's their night, but you need to keep the crowd going and then slowly take them towards, I guess, like closing time. So that's very hard, like, balance to keep. And it was my first time actually having to do something like this, but I think it went quite well. I was very nervous at the beginning, though, because you never know.
So out of interest, I think it's really healthy to be nervous in DJing, because it sort of keeps your interest and your performance up. But I am going to ask you, because of that situation, like, how did you choose your follow-up song, right? Because the song that you mix in is so crucial at that time.
Yeah, so I decided. So basically, my plan, because I was there way earlier than my slot time, because I was there, I had a few friends, with. So we were like, and in the meantime, everyone was partying, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, okay, how am I gonna do this? And but my plan was, okay, I'm gonna start off on the same vibe that he ends on, so kind of like similar track, like 1 or 2. So the transition is not like that direct. So you want to keep kind of like the same energy. And then I'm just going to start, I guess, taking them a bit, to a different genre. So it doesn't seem like I'm just trying to copy what was being done before, right? So I would play,
That's smart.
The first 2 tracks, like very similar to the style he was playing, then kind of throw in somewhat of a curveball, but still high energy, then go back maybe 1 track to like the similar before, and then bring back the same energy that I brought in before, so people get used to it. And then, obviously you need to see if like people vibe to, when you make the change. If it doesn't, then you need to change again. But I think,
were you happy with the outcome?
I was. My friends liked it. I didn't really go around and ask, "Hey, did you like my set?" But people seem to be vibing, so I think so. I hope so. Yeah,
that's good. Well done. I think that's a great opportunity, and always a learning opportunity as well.
No, it was. I think
cool.
that's the thing. It was a huge learning opportunity. It was great. Just for the fact that I had to live this, experience that taught me a lot. Because there's stuff that can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So well done. I genuinely can feel your nerves for you at that time, because I quite like being nervous. I love being nervous and then not nervous at the end, okay, because it means a lot, right? That's the thing, right? So that's cool. So, other than Mallorca, what are you most excited about for this summer?
For this summer, well, obviously this party was very important for me, the ministry gig. Then next week, I'm really excited. I'm playing at a very nice event that one of my friends is organizing here in London, which
Hmm.
it's, underground house, really good like selectors. The guys that are headlining are vinyl only DJs. They have their own events, but there's just really, good underground, London music scene. So that's very
That's
exciting.
good.
That's very exciting because I really like what they're doing. Obviously,
You can
Mallorca,
name it.
it's Sycamore Club at Brix in Brixton, Brix
Okay, yeah,
Club.
yeah.
Yeah, and the party's name is Sycamore, and I guess I'll shout out my friend Henson, who was organizing everything. He's a really good guy and great
Very
DJ
cool.
as well. So, and then obviously Mallorca is huge, yeah, because for me it's first time playing internationally in a proper club. So that's gonna be a huge experience for me also to see that and learn from that, but also meet other people that have the passion about the music and the scene. So really looking forward to it. Other than that, rest of the
Yeah,
summer we're almost at the end. It's crazy because it's just
yeah,
1 month left. So
yes.
I'm ready for holidays. And my brother is getting married,
Sure,
so
sure. That's good.
that's also
Oh,
big.
wow, wow. That's cool.
Yeah,
Another party of a different type.
yeah, exactly.
MTRG, where can people find you online?
I have an Instagram page, is MTRG_music. I also have TikTok, but I don't really use it that much. It's just there. So if you want to follow
Yeah,
me on TikTok, go for it. But I can't promise the content's very good. And then I have a
yeah, fair
YouTube
enough.
channel where I just post every now and then sets that I record if they're there. Otherwise, you can find me at Egg, because I play for the Yolk guys every now and then, another great group of people that have a great party going
Yeah,
on. So if you want to come dance, you can also come to Egg at the Yolk parties. Other than that, you'll
listen.
have to come to Mallorca at Garden Club.
Yay, yeah, that's a good one. Well, brilliant. It was really good to meet with you, and I'm really excited to hear your set in Mallorca, as everyone else will
Yeah.
be. And I can't wait to see you on the dance floor. So
Thank you so much.
that's over and out from us. Yeah, it was great to have
Scribey,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much for the time and the chat. It was great to meet you virtually, but looking forward to meet you in person.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Cheers.